Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, the college football championship week has finally arrived. 16 teams in 8 different conferences will compete for a spot in the college football playoff bracket, with 12 teams hopefully making the cut. This week, we have 3 games on Friday and the rest on Saturday. First up in our previews, we're looking at the Friday matchups with the Conference USA Championship game, the American Championship game, and the Mountain West Championship game. First, let's take a look at the Conference Championship matchup with the Western Kentucky versus Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State has a 7-1 record in Conference USA, and overall they are 8-4. They clinched the Conference USA Championship game spot on November 23rd with a massive win over Sam Houston by a score of 21-11. They earned hosting rights by finishing at the top of the Conference USA standings. Excuse me for the cough. While Western Kentucky has a record of 6-2 in the conference and 8-4 overall. They got their spot with a 19-17 win over Jacksonville State in the regular season finale weekend. This is their 8th game with a 5-2 record by Western Kentucky. Now, these two teams can make a bowl game. Jacksonville State can make it to the DNA Cure Bowl against Marshall, where Western Kentucky can face James Madison in the Boca Raton Bowl. Next up, you have the American Championship. The Tulsa Green Wave going up against the Army Black Knights. Army has a record of 8-0 in the conference, ACC, with a 10-1 overall record. They clinched the game by finishing atop the standings with an undefeated record in the conference, making the first appearance in the ACC championship game. And yes, folks, they still have to face Navy. Remember that. Tulsa, the Green Wave, they have a record of 7-1 in the conference, 9-3 overall. They secured their spot in the ACC in the American Championship, finishing one game ahead of Memphis and Navy. They had previous appearances in the AAC Championship game. In 2022, they defeated UCF 45-28. And in 2023, they lost to now ACC Conference champions SMU 26-14. This is their 24th game. 23 previous matchups since 1953. Tulsa leads the series 13-9-1. Their last meeting was Tulane defeated Army 38-12 in 2020, making their 4th consecutive win. As for bowl game implications, Army is projected to face Texas State in the Independence Bowl, while Tulane is projected to face Army. Tulane is projected to defeat Army and play Georgia Tech in the Fenway Bowl. Now we move to our third and final conference game of the Friday slate of games, where we head to the Mountain West Conference Championship game, where we have Boise State, who is number 20, against number 10, or Boise State, which is number 10, going up against number 20, UNLV. Boise State is 7-0 in the Mountain West, 11-1 overall. They had it they're undefeated in conference play. This is their 8th appearance, which is the league's best. They had 2014, 2017, 19, and 23 titles, whereas 18, 20, and 22 were losses. They defeated UNLV in last season's championship game, 44-20, and earlier this season, 29-24. As for UNLV, they're 6-1 in the Mountain West, 10-2 overall this season. They secured their spot in the conference championship game with a 38-14 win over Nevada and a tiebreaker over Colorado State via the CFP rankings. Mountain West Championship, their history, this is their second appearance. First appearance, lost to Boise State in 2023, 44-20. This for the meeting, Boise State leads the series. Boise State has won 29. They're 29-24. Let's see. Oh no, their last meeting, Boise State won 29-24. That was back on October 25th of this year. Boise State has won 8 consecutive games against UNLV. As far as the bowl goes, for Boise State, a win secures a spot in the college football playoff. Potential top 4 seed in the first round bye. If they lose, they could head to the LA Bowl versus California. As for UNLV, a win secures their college football playoff spot, number 12 seed, in a first round game against Notre Dame in South Bend, Indiana. If they lose, pretty much they're eliminated. And that, my friends, is a preview of Friday's action in college football, where it's conference championship week. Join me next time as we preview what's to come on Saturday's slate of games. With that, enjoy your football weekend.